This billionaire thinks he can solve the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. See what he's planning.
The people of Gaza are not looking to us for...
I'm sorry, bro. I don't trust King Abdullah as far as I could throw him. Just something to remember that, like, he is tiny. I could probably throw him somewhat far, but yes, King Abdullah is a British, how do I explain it? British agent. He's just, you know, this English king, a traitor, opposer. Yeah.
And speeches. They want action, and they need that now.
Jordan's King Abdullah there saying that Gaza's Palestinians need actions, not words. He was speaking at a donors conference hosted by Amman on Tuesday and said aid cannot wait for a ceasefire. Well, my next guest was in the room when King Abdullah issued that call to action, and he is heeding it. Australian mining tycoon Andrew Forrest is offering to build a gate system on the Israel-Gaza border that could boost the amount of aid delivered to the Palestinians every day. Under his plan, trucks would be scanned on the Gaza side and the cabins detached while supplies are unloaded by NGOs
and Gazan citizens to deliver to communities. Once an empty trailer is reattached, the driver returns to the safe gates on the Gaza side, where the truck and trailer is re-scanned to match the exact 3D images connected to the unique radio frequency identification tags on entry. If there are any discrepancies, the gates will not open and the truck and trailer will be manually inspected.
Andrew, joining us now. Thank you for joining us. We'll also talk about the fact that you've committed $5 million for storage warehouses. But why this plan? Explain what these safe gates are, why you believe they are going to help with access, because that is what this is all about at this point, and why now.
Why is this a story? Bro, we know what the problems are with the aid delivery, man. I'm willing. Bro. The problems with the aid delivery is Israel. That's it. I think Terrence Howard suggested this. What the is happening? No, he's just like, he just wants to make money. He's like, oh shit, dude, is there an ethnic cleansing campaign happening by an apartheid state that has been dominated the Palestinian population for 76 years? Well, that seems like a good opportunity for me to turn some profit. They just let rich people say anything on TV, huh? You know, literally, like, it's insane. Why is this person here? Why are we talking about this guy?
Okay, Becky, thank you for the question. In a nutshell, around 1 million people, including 400,000 children, we see as being in terrible danger of starvation, a starvation event equal to anything we saw in Rwanda. We know we can fix this. This is fully automated. We don't need anyone with guns. We don't need any soldiers. And it's so much safer for Israel, completely safe for Gaza. And it will bring in the 210,000 tons of food we need to arrest that starvation event within 3 weeks. So we've got to get on with it, Becky.
Can we appreciate the fact that it's intended to help Gaza and it's headline news? No, I can't appreciate that, because the only time they talk about helping Gaza is when some Australian billionaire mining magnate freak decides, like, we need to make new gates. That's right. It's not the apartheid. Please don't call it that. It's not genocide. It's the gates, mate. It's the fucking gate. This is very Elon Musk coded. He wants to have a tech bro solution to genocide. Guys, the real issue is not that, like, Israel simply can't process all the aid. The real issue is that Israel refuses to process the aid because they want to starve the Gazan population. Of course, this gate is not doing anything. The gate is not going to magically mind control the Israeli government into being humanitarians, okay? Unless you build that gate and that gate has like a laser beam, okay, that magically turns Itamar Ben-Gvir into like a peacenik, it's not gonna work. This is no different than America being like, oh guys, we have a really good solution. It's called building a here, or it's called airdropping aid. It's like, no, dude, the solution is forcing Israel to let aid in.
Yeah, and you're talking about implementing this if everybody agrees to it, and that includes Israel, implementing this how quickly?
No, there isn't anyone else. Everyone wants this to happen. The NGOs, of course, the people of Palestine, most of all the people of Gaza, 2.3 million people who are suffering.
When he says everyone wants this to happen, he means aid coming into Gaza. He doesn't mean your rinky-dink gate process. Oh, here's a question. Has any aid moved from the pier into Gaza?
Has any aid moved from the marshalling area into Gaza that you're aware of? And how big of a problem
Since the pier was repaired last week.
is this? That aid is just going to keep mounting? Do you have any sense that it will resume at all?
Let me take the last part first. So, to my knowledge, since aid has started flowing in from yesterday and today, it's just being collected in the marshalling area, getting ready for when the UNWFP is ready to distribute. That distribution hasn't happened to my knowledge. I'd refer you to USAID and WFP to speak more to that. I know that they are conducting a security review. So while they do that, it is in the marshalling area. The good news is that it's on the beach, so it's a step closer to getting to the people who need it most. But I just don't have an update on when that will be further distributed.
Just to follow up on
Any day now.
Has
Any day now. It's just like it's almost there, I promise. Well, luckily with this new gate, once they build it in a couple months, the remaining Gazans can have some aid when Israel sets the boundaries of what is automatically refused. I'm sure this will not create congestion again.
Suffering the prospect of a very real starvation event. It is Israel has the green light or red light on this technology. We know it works, Becky. We've spent billions of dollars. We've spent 10 years proving it. It sends vehicles around the world in equivalent 1.5 times a day. And our 3D is forensic, way better than any soldier could ever do. So we know it's completely safe, and we need Israel to switch it on.
We've seen airdrops that lead to chaos, a US-built pier that has frankly been a disaster, hasn't delivered very much at all. How and why do you believe this plan will succeed where others have failed?
Because I don't care about it.
Cannot deliver the aid.
Because I don't personally care about it succeeding. I'm only in it for the money, and therefore I have nefarious reasons as to why I'm suggesting this. Never let a good crisis go to waste, as my father always used to say, which is why I'm making sure this crisis, which many are calling a genocide, is an opportunity for me to make more money.
They cannot overwhelm the black market. In fact, they feed the black market. This plan can be up and running in 2 weeks, Beck, the whole 3 gates in 3 weeks. We can overwhelm what is very clearly a massive coming at us starvation event if we move. And I've given Israel, we've been talking about this, negotiating this with all their soldiers, all their top technical people, all their top military brass for 2 months. And I've said, okay, this Sunday, you need to make a decision. You either let us do it or you don't. But if you don't, the starvation of potentially 1 million people, 400,000 children, could well be upon us.
And the ICC is looking into whether or not, at this stage, arrest warrants are issued for both Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant, who is the defense minister, on the issue of using starvation as a weapon of war. So this speaks very specifically to the key issue that is outstanding at present. King Abdullah made it clear at the conference you attended yesterday that land corridors, Andrew, are...
Bong Lord, GG. Stuff your face while children are dying. You're right. I should go on a hunger strike. Thank you. You, on the other hand, have done your activism for the day. What you did is go to the broadcast of a political commentator who has raised millions of dollars with his community for the children of Gaza, who has been covering the plight of the Palestinians every single day for the past 9 months now. And you did it. You did your activism by yelling at that guy because he's eating at the same time that he eats every single day. You've done it.
The land corridor is the most effective method for aid to flow into Gaza. International resources are critically needed to undertake this urgent endeavor. We must be ready now to deploy a sufficient number of trucks to deliver aid on a daily basis. Hundreds of trucks are needed within Gaza.
And as the King said, the world, or Gazans, need many more trucks than this very specific plan that you are talking about can achieve. Plus, aid deliveries are not getting to the people who need them due to multiple factors, including gridlock, access, closures and violence against the convoys once inside the enclave. So a couple of questions to you. Does your plan address these issues? And, a really important question here, Is there room to scale it up if you can get it operational and effective?
It already is. The plan scales up to 10,000 tonnes a day. It could do 20,000 tonnes a day, Beck, if required, if we could keep the food going. This literally has no volume cap on it. It's fully automatic. Now, if there's blocks inside Gaza, well, we're happy to put a safe gate inside that block as well to move it on. But we're also offering to bitumize the spine down the middle of Gaza so that aid trucks can move quickly and effectively. It's only about 40 kilometers long, Beck. So,
bro said, I now own the middle of Gaza. Just give me the literal middle of Gaza, the 40-kilometer strip, and I'll make that the convoy for the aid delivery. How about you bitumize yourself, mate? Fucking Vegemite eater.
We know we can fix this problem. We know there does not have to be a starvation event. And these 3 gates will deliver all the aid that population needs. And that spine will make sure it gets to the people who need it. We want to empower the community to deliver the aid, not just NGOs.
There will be people asking, watching this, who I'm sure will applaud your efforts. But
no one will applaud his efforts. Why would anyone applaud this? Why is this a wait, it literally says ad right here. What's going on, bro? Is this an ad? Or is the AD for Abu Dhabi? Oh yeah, no, he's in Sri Lanka, which makes it so much funnier too. Dude, this is so crazy. They really let you say anything if you're a billionaire. I swear to God. You can have the dumbest opinions of all time, like historically bad ideas with no real way of implementing said historically bad ideas, and CNN will be like, are you a billionaire? Go ahead, chirp. You have the floor, king.
We'll be asking, why are you getting involved, Andrew?
Oh, look, it's the same reason why we got involved in the Ukraine, in the terrible Australian bushfires. We don't have a horse in this race, Beck. What we're all about is saving human lives, preventing totally unnecessary suffering. We'll have a generation of Palestinian kids, if this goes sour, who will really struggle to forgive humanity. We've got to head that off, Beck. We have the resources. We're willing to put all the capital on the table. We're not asking Israel for any money, no technology. We're asking for the green light. And we're running into an Israel which is saying, yeah, we really like this idea. We're trying to work out what's wrong with it, but we're...
Red flag number 1, Australian billionaire, mining tycoon in Sri Lanka saying, I don't want any money for this. Red flag number 2, acting like the real process of holding back the aid is not just simply Israel holding back the aid voluntarily in an effort to starve the population, but instead some other processing issues. And red flag number 3, I don't want any money for this. I simply want 40 kilometers of land that directly splits Gaza into 2. But the worst red flag of all, the absolute worst, most glaringly obvious red flag of all, Israel locks the proposal, mate. That's done. Oh, you mean to tell me that the genocidal apartheid state locks the proposal, mate? Well, it turns out it's probably not a good proposal then, is it? That's it, bro. Yeah, dude. Why would Israel, which is currently refusing to render aid, refusing to allow aid trucks into Gaza, like this idea and have this idea also simultaneously be good for the Palestinian population? There's no house in this rice, mate. When did you hear him say that?
We really like which technology. We're asking what humanitarian kids.
Right here.
If this goes back, we have the resources. We're willing to put all the capital on the table. We're not asking Israel for any money, no technology. We're asking for the green light. And we're running into an Israel which is saying, yeah, we really like this idea. We're trying to work out what we're running into an Israel which is saying, yeah, we really like this idea. We're trying to work out what's wrong with it, but we really like this idea. So we're asking for the green light. And we're running into an Israel which is saying, yeah, we really like this idea. We're trying to work out what's wrong with it, but we really like this idea. So I'm asking them by this Sunday.
Can you seriously not see his vision, Onk? No, I must be seeing a 3-minute ad break like I'm unsubscribed at the top of the hour, which ironically was an 8-minute ad break by CNN for this the Minderoo Foundation, mate. For context, this guy's a billionaire because iron ore prices went up lots just before his mining company went bankrupt a while back. Almost every single other venture he's tried to start has failed spectacularly. We call him Twiggy Down Under. Nice. I think his point is that on the one hand, Israel is what? Israel saying that they like the idea, but on the other hand, Israel's the ultimate roadblock to the plan by not implementing it instantly, which makes sense. No, bro, it doesn't make sense. He's a billionaire trying to make money. He will never convince me that this idiotic proposal is actually a solution to anything.
Give us the green light so we can go ahead, because that starvation event, Becky, is not stopping. Those 400,000 children are looking down a starvation barrel, as are 1 million of their parents. We don't have time to waste. That starvation event has already started, Beck.
It's just stupid because the real problem isn't that the Israeli government has no way to process all the aid. The real problem is that the Israeli government refuses to process the aid deliberately in an effort to kill Palestinians through starvation. Now, the reason why he keeps saying it's a starvation event that might start instead of Israel is starving these children is because, once again, he's not in it for real reasons. He's in it to make, I suspect, money.